Siddur Snippet is generously sponsored by the Saka family and as well by Yelad and Avram Former. We're in the bracha of Tzemach Dovid Avdecha, and we mentioned yesterday, we last left off, the significance of this bracha. Pelayo had said not only for national collective Gula, the longing that we have for Mashiach to come to redeem and release us for whatever collective challenge we're facing, but individually as well, that Atzara She'omid Bo Ba'osa Yom, whatever challenge we have that particular day. This is the answer to the question, Tzipis Yeshua, did you long for the Geula? So let's get into the bracha itself. Let's dive in. As Tzemach Dovid Avdecha, the Maral Nesiv HaTorah Perek Yudalet points out, this deviates from what we've gotten used to in the introduction of the opening of the brachas of the Amida. What could or would we have expected the bracha to start? Tatzmiach Lanu Tzemach Dovid. Not Es Tzemach Dovid Mehera Satzmiach, not the sprouting of Dovid quickly bring, but Tatzmiach. We say Shema Koleinu. We say Rifainu, Baruch Aleinu. In the brachas we say it directly to Hashem, asking, in fact, not the most polite way to ask. We sort of charge or direct Hashem what to do, but we say exactly what it is. So one could have expected this bracha to say, Tatzmiach lanu tzemach David. Instead it says, Es tzemach David mehera. Why does it begin that way? And the Maharal answers, Ki kvar iftiach ol malchus beis David, v'ilu amar tatzmiach lanu mehera tzemach David, hayamashma ki efshe shelo yavo. Because if you'd phrase it as, please do this, then you would think Hashem could say yes or could say no. It either could happen or won't happen. But the truth is, we say as Tzemach David Sheroi Sheyitzmach v'Alkoponim Yitzmach v'Davar Zeh Tatzmiach b'Meira v'Yameinu. Maharal points out it's a promise of Hashem. We know Mashiach's coming. We know how the Jewish story ends, or really how it begins. But we know what's going to happen. So it's not if, but it's when. So if would be Tatzmiach Lanu Tzemach David. Please do it if you're willing to, if we're worthy. As Tzemach David, we know what will happen. Now we pivot to ask, not just for it to happen, now we pivot for it to happen, specifically, Mehera, let it be something that happens, and that happens, and that happens quickly. In fact, it's very interesting when we say it should happen quickly, we know it will happen quickly. It's brought down the Minhagei Chasam Sofer, that in Birchas HaChodesh, this Shabbos, we're going to bench the new month of Elul. Hu Yigal Osanu Bikarov. The Chasam Sofer was makbid. Unlike the Berhetiv, unlike others who leave out the word Karov, but the Chasam Sofer was makbid, Hu Yigal Osanu, Hashem should redeem us Bikarov. Why? Ki zeh ikar atfila. Shagula atzma ain't tzricha atfila seinu. Shekvar muvtacham anu alem Hashem yisbarach. To daven that Gula redemption happen, we don't have to ask, we don't have to daven. That's a given, that's built in, that's a promise of Hashem. We know it's going to happen. What's our tefillah, what's our hope, and what's our wish? Specifically that it happen bikarov. So Hu Yigal Osanu, He's going to redeem us. Yeah, Shain, we know that. How should it happen? When should it happen? That's what we're contributing to the tefillah. Hu Yigal Osanu, how? Bikarov. You see this in benching as well. That was in Smichas Chaver. You see this in benching as well. V'yivasar lanu besoros tovos. Chasam Sofer said, V'yivasar lanu mehera besoros. Besoros tovos are going to come. Mashiach's going to come. To just ask for something that we know His promise is going to happen, that's a wasteful tefillah. Then you're asking for something that's already been promised. It's already a given. What we're asking is not that it happened, that we're confident. What we're asking is when and how. So Hu Yigal Osanu Bikarov, V'yivasar lanu mehera, as Tzemach David mehera satzmiach. What we're specific asking is not that it should happen, that we know it's going to happen. We're asking specifically for how it will happen. What is the word tzemach? What is this word tzemach that we're using? So the Eitz Yosef explains that the future descendant of Dovid, Mashiach, is going to come. One of his names of Mashiach is Tzemach. Why is that one of his names, Tzemach? What does Tzemach mean? To sprout, to blossom. The Yom Tefillah adds, we use this language. The Medrash Shocher Tov calls us Eina Geula Ba Al Uma Zu Bevasachas Ela Kima Kima. That the Geula is going to happen, not suddenly. It's not going to happen entirely. Slowly. It's incrementally. It's going to blossom. It's going to grow. It happens as a gradual process. It doesn't happen immediately overnight, or it certainly doesn't necessarily happen that way. So as Tzemach David, Tzemach is one of the names of Mashiach, Geula, redemption, Hashem, help incrementally, help the development, help the process, help the progress, help it, let it be something. How far does this blossoming go? You put a seed, and if you try to watch it closely, you won't see it grow. If you have the experience, if you're blessed, kids go to camp. Sometimes they come home, you measure them. So you didn't see them every single day. All of a sudden, you pick them up at the bus stop. They came home from sleepaway. You say, whoa, you grew. You grew over that month or longer. When you're not watching something closely and carefully, then you see the growth, but it's happening slowly all along. So when did this growth of Tzemach begin? So Heilige Tefer Shlomo of Shlomo Radan says in Parshas Tazria, he says in this bracha, Tzemach Dovid, the reason is Lashon Smicha is the following. Bereshis bara Elokim es hashamayim v'sa'aretz. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Vayomer Elokim yehi or, vayor. Hashem declared there should be light, and there was light. The Psikta Rabasi says, what was this light? Oros Shal Mashiach, the light of Mashiach. So we're 5784. We're almost 6,000 years. The light's getting brighter and brighter. It's growing brighter and brighter. But when was the switch installed? When did the light begin? When was the bulb screwed in, even though there's a dimmer that's raising the light? It goes all the way back to Bereshis bara Elokim es hashamayim v'sa'aretz, vayomer Elokim yehi or, vayor oro shel Mashiach. So it says the Tefer Shlomo, we're using the lashon of as Tzemach Dovid, tatzmiach, that smicha, that blossoming, that growing. The seed was planted all the way from the very beginning. The seed goes back to our very start. We're watering it, we're nurturing it, it's getting sunlight. We want to see it sprout, we want to see it blossom, and that's what this bracha is all about, is to see the original seed that was planted that remained dormant, remains dormant in some ways for a very long time. We want to see it finally begin to really, really grow, really sprout. We want to experience the coming of Mashiach.